So a question new traders ask all the time is, how do I balance my 9 to 5 with day trading? Today we're going to talk about that. So the first point I want to make before we even get into this video is, when you're starting out trading, you absolutely need to have another source of income. And the most popular source of income is obviously going to be your regular 9 to 5 job. Now, I know a lot of people hate on the 9 to 5s, but they are necessary in order to continue your trading progress. But struggles a lot of beginners might have is they think they're not going to be able to learn without being able to trade live in the markets every day. If their job conflicts with trading hours, they think that they might as well not even start, which is not the case. You can absolutely get education outside of your working hours, and this is going to build you up to the point where maybe you can start getting some leeway at work to be on your computer for a little bit. If you finish all your work ahead of time and have a little bit of extra time in the mornings, then you can definitely start trading live. So for me personally, I worked a 9 to 5 for about 2 years, and I did this exact same process. I made sure I used every evening after I was off work to completely study everything that I possibly can in that time period. And then once the next day came around, I made sure that I looked at the market ahead of time before I went to work, and then after work, I repeated the same process over again. Once I started getting more education, I asked if I could move my first shift back a half an hour. This gave me a half an hour between when the market opened and when I had to be at work. So even if I couldn't execute trades at that time, I still got to at least watch some of the live price action. And a lot of people ask me, if my 9 to 5 won't let me trade, should I transfer to a different job that is more tailored to my trading process? And I would honestly say no, unless you are already consistently profitable. When it comes to working a 9 to 5 and trading, you kind of have to make the best out of your situation. So if they give you any free time in the mornings, or if you can possibly get some extra leeway at work where you can be on your computer doing your own thing for at least a half an hour when market is opening, then you can start building up some trading history. By this I mean, even if you don't get to trade every single day, you may be able to catch a couple scalps every now and then. And once you get consistent with those scalps and really feel like you're understanding how the market's working, this is when you can think about transitioning to a job that's more tailored towards your trading. So once again, for me personally, I had this job for about 2 years before I transitioned to the job that was more tailored towards my trading. I made sure that I was consistently profitable, and I made sure that I was going to be making up for and more money than what my old job was paying me. Because technically my old job was paying me a lot more than my next job was going to, but it didn't matter as much because my trading profits at that point in time were covering the difference. So that's definitely another thing that I would recommend focusing on. Make sure you're making enough money with trading that when you decide to take that jump, you're going to be able to still cover the difference between your old job and your new job. Now, I would honestly say if you have a really good job that you've been at for years, I wouldn't even recommend leaving if you don't absolutely have to or absolutely want to. That's one reason why I'm very glad that I started at a younger age, because I didn't have the work experience as some people would when they've been locked into a really good job for 3, 4, 5 years and they're making really good money already. It would be a lot harder to take that jump. But anyways, I think if you have a great job right now and you're making good money at that job, definitely stay at it for as long as you possibly can, because you don't want to be taking a massive pay cut in order to possibly make more money trading. If you're not consistent already with trading, it makes 0 sense to transition to a job that's more tailored for that, because you can still get just as much education as you need just in the evenings. Even if you don't get to watch market data live, you can go back on this channel and Nora's channel and watch all of our live trades. This is where I got a lot of my price action knowledge from, was rewatching live trades from other traders and seeing how they executed on trades and putting the puzzle pieces together to figure out why. And if you're in stock hours, we have lessons every single evening. So we've already talked about having a job where you absolutely can't trade during the day, and maybe how you could get some leeway in order to start trading. Another thing that could be beneficial for a lot of people is if you happen to live on the West Coast, trading isn't even going to affect your job, because market opens at 6:30 on the West Coast, which means you're most likely going to be done before most people are even waking up. So for the West Coast traders, this makes your life a lot easier. I will say for the East Coast and Central time zones, it's going to be a bit more difficult because market is opening half an hour before and right at the time that most people are going to work. So it could definitely be difficult to schedule, but it is absolutely possible to continue your trading education with a 9-to-5 job. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below, leave a like, and turn on the bell notification so you know when we drop a new video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.